There has been a brand new update for the Osmo Mobile 6. This smartphone gimbal just keeps getting updates, and this update's a cool one. So if you have an Apple Watch, like I do here, I can literally use my Apple Watch as a remote controller now. So I can have full control over the joystick, so I can literally just press a button and start moving the gimbal purely with my Apple Watch. I can also tap a button to change orientation from landscape to portrait, very simply. You know, you got the full control regardless of what mode you're in. You also get a video feed on the watch as well to see exactly what the phone can see. And then from here I have the option to record as well as go into the full active track mode. So I can also press a button to recenter the gimbal. So for example, I can go all the way off to one side like so, and this is all controlled with the watch right now. Tap the recenter button and it's going to put me straight back into the center. From here I have options to then go into active track. So I can move back over here and then tap a button and it's going to automatically recognize me. And this was all with the watch. This has all been done with the watch. I don't have to do anything else. I have full control with the watch. The other thing that's really cool is they have improved the active track. So now it does a better job with faster movements. It also does a better job when there's multiple people in the frame. And as you saw there, I can walk behind all sorts of things now. And it is apparently improved in all sorts of scenarios. So even when you hide yourself and then come back out, it's a lot more intuitive. It seems to predict where you're going to move, and it seems to do a better job of actually picking up on where the subject's going to be. So there've been some big improvements here. It's also a lot faster with its tracking, so I can just literally move beyond the frame, and previously those kind of movements, it would just completely lose me, right? But now I have a lot more reliability when it comes to the smartphone gimbal. So even here, when I'm like hidden away, I can jump back out, immediately starts recognizing it's me. And again, it is a lot better with those faster movements. Seems to be a lot smoother. Even as I come straight across the frame, it is significantly more stable and more reliable when it comes to those movements, which is great. So from here on the watch, I can just tap the button again, and it's now stopping the active track. I can immediately go into manual controls again, and I can just move it around like so, and just angle the shot however I want to angle it. You can change orientation straight away, and then when I'm in this orientation, let's put it into active track like this. Got a huge truck coming by, lovely. But yeah, you can see now I'm in that portrait mode, and it's still tracking me regardless of the orientation. So it does a great job, it really does. And even with the range here, let's test it. So I'm standing behind this tree here, and now I'm just going to kind of walk back into frame. I can see from the watch as well, there's a slight delay when you put your arm down like so. It kind of turns off the screen. You pull it back up, it does a little loading icon, and then it pulls straight back to the video feed. So didn't lose me at all, as you can see. It's still same situation when I move fast. Oh, it actually lost me that time, but immediately picked me up straight away. It's definitely a lot more reliable with those faster movements, which is huge because I found that before this update, it could lose you with those fast movements. You can see it's very, very reliable. I'm really liking this update. They've done a great job here. I can now immediately disable active track, go back in to the joystick mode, adjust the orientation, and then frame the shot. So you can see how reliable it is. This is literally just me testing it immediately without any sort of editing or anything like that. This is like just the first immediate impressions, and you can see it's more reliable. If you check out my other videos, you'll see this is way more reliable with those faster movements. And this watch option is really cool. If you have an Apple Watch, this just opens up so many opportunities, right? Like if you wanted to frame a shot, maybe you've got a group of people over here, you might want to frame the shot, but you don't want to have to stand over there and put the timer on. So I can literally frame the shot however I need to frame it, put it, you know, wherever I want the camera system to be. I can go, oh, actually, let's just quickly get a portrait shot as well. So I can tap that button, put it straight into the portrait mode. So there's a bunch of options. It's really cool. It actually does open up some cool options here. And especially if you're a solo creator and you have no one else with you, the fact that I can just like set it up like so, put it straight into the active track mode. It's actually tracking my leg. So let's just angle it up a little bit. And we'll just bring it back. So the fact that I can just do that immediately, put it straight into active track mode, and I'm a distance away, a couple of meters away from my phone, and I can have all of that control is great. You can see I'm a solo creator out here, no one else with me, and it's that simple to just set it up, to start tracking me, to change the perspective, the angle, to start recording. You've just got so many options here. So it doesn't take long at all to immediately launch the app on the Apple Watch. I actually found that straight when I had it connected to the DJI Mimo app, and straight when I had everything connected like so, the gimbal was powered on, it would actually automatically launch the app for me over here. And I found that everything is very reliable and responsive. The video feed occasionally kind of like gets a bit pixelated or has a little bit of almost like frame rate drop, I guess you would describe it as, the way it looks. But overall, it seemed pretty reliable. Even when I had a little bit of range from the gimbal itself, no issues at all. You can see it's very responsive to all the inputs I put it through. You have full control to record, to put it straight into active track. This is a great update. This is a great quality of life update, especially if you have the Apple Watch. Huge update if you have the Apple Watch and you're a solo content creator. But it's great even if you don't have the Apple Watch, because you're getting the improved active track that seems to be a lot more reliable, especially with those fast movements, which is great. So definitely check this out. Update the Osmo Mobile 6 if you haven't already, and have a look through some of these updates because there's some cool stuff in here. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll chat to you in the next one. Peace.